I ignore my very messy hair, but I want to film a second video because today something kind of happened and it might work out really well. Also, it may not. And what I mean by that is, first up, like, subscribe, turn on the notification, and follow. Don't worry, I'm wearing a shirt under this. Like, don't worry. But follow my Instagram Lolly Forever, follow my TikTok Lolly Forever one, and follow my dog Instagram Baby Sammy for life. So today something happened. I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna talk about something exciting. First up, I finished the dance. I finished choreographing the dance for the Groove Interactive Talent Show. I cleaned it up for the most part. I'm still gonna work on it. I filmed a video. I DM'd it to Guy Crew. He's seen it. He didn't say I couldn't do it, so yeah. So that's really good. But here's the thing. I have worked with 2 voice teachers. I have worked with Allison Porter, who is incredible and has done so many amazing things, and she is my voice teacher. She's absolutely incredible. And I have worked with a substitute voice teacher, Carrie Larson, who is also amazing and absolutely incredible. And I have nothing bad to say about either of them. They're both incredible. I can't pick between them. And so something kind of happened. So I decided to go on Groove Interactive, which is the website where Guy Group posts, like, where you sign up for, like, the classes that you have to pay for, or, like, Zoom classes and stuff. And usually there's one voice lesson. Now, it usually is Allison Porter, but for a while it was Carrie Larson, and she was a substitute because Allison was filming something and busy. But I love them both equally. I can't pick between the two of them, and I kind of had to pick between the two of them. So I went on there to see they posted the thing for voice lesson for this week, and here's the thing. Like, I wasn't gonna bring it up to my dad or anything because, first up, only because I was gonna wait until Thursday, until after the scholarships were announced, before I brought it up with my dad. Now, the thing is, the reason I was doing that was because I'm up for the scholarship. Last month, I didn't get it. Last month, let me clarify on that. So, like, not last month, but, like, the month before, like, a couple days after the scholarships were announced is when I found out more about the scholarship program, and that, like Guy Group talked about it, explained it to us, and then after doing that, like, after hearing about it, I instantly knew I want to apply for a scholarship, like, because this could do so much for me. And so I brought the idea up to my parents. It was free to apply, and they approved of it. Well, I brought it up to my dad, and he was like, I'm okay, he approved. And then he told my mom, and then I filled out the application, and I submitted it, and I knew I was going to have to wait to find out because of the fact that they had already announced the 2 for that month. And I remember last month, I remember, like, leading up to it, it gets announced on the 1st, so on Thursday, and, like, leading up to it, I was like, maybe I'll get it, but for the most part, I felt I was very negative, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get it, it's not gonna be me, like, but I'm happy I, like, applied, it's probably not gonna be me, but I kept wanting, I wanted it to be me, like, so badly, and I kept, thinking, it's probably not gonna be me, and the reason was I didn't want to get disappointed. And now I'm kind of at the point of not doing that anymore, because as much as I said that, I set myself up not to be disappointed, and I was a little bit, because I put too much negative energy into it, and I didn't get it. And the thing was, I was beyond that excited that day. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not, but I'm gonna find out. And I continuously was on my phone checking to see if it was announced on Instagram. And finally, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or 3:30 in the afternoon, and it was announced, and I saw it, and I saw it one, well, actually I saw one, and then I saw the other one, because it's two separate posts. So, I saw one, and it wasn't me, and I was like, but there's still a chance, there's one more, but I already kind of had that feeling of, it's not gonna be me. And then I saw the second one, and it wasn't me. And I was a little disappointed. But this time, I didn't, here's the thing. I wanted that so bad, and the thing is, I might get it still. And this month, I'm being more positive about it, and I'm being more there's a chance that it could be me, and I'm putting more excitement into it, oh, it might actually be me. I'm putting a lot more excitement into it. And so I was so that's what I'm doing this month. And so I wasn't gonna say anything to my dad, because I wanted to wait until Thursday until we found out about the scholarships before I told him to sign up. And then what happened was today I went on Group Interact just to see if they had the thing up for the voice lesson. And I saw a thing that said Carrie Larson on it. And it was the thing for a voice lesson, Carrie Larson. So I scrolled down, and then I saw a thing that said Allison Porter, and it was a thing for a voice lesson. So I looked at the day on what day was the one for Allison, and it was listed for Thursday. So I went back to the one that said Carrie Larson on it, and I looked to see what day it was listed, and it was listed for Tuesday. And I'm double checking. Oh yeah, so that would be tomorrow. I was checking the date just to make sure. So then I'm I have to pick between them. So that made me really think about it, because I can't pick between them. I love them both. And then after thinking about it, I decided I'm doing Carrie tomorrow. And the reason is because, first up, I worked with them both equally. Meaning I have done, I want to say I have done 3 voice lessons with Allison. 3 voice lessons with Allison Porter. Or I have done 3 voice lessons with Carrie Larson. And I did 1 voice, actually no. Okay. Well, technically 1 of the 3 no. Okay. And then I did 1 with both of them. That's what it was. I did 1 with both of them. And so, that's really cool. I worked with them both equally. But I realized it's smart to do Carrie. First up, I don't know if this is a one-time thing or not. And if it is, I don't want to miss out on it. Also, Carrie is incredible. Carrie is absolutely incredible, so I'm very excited about it. Also, it's a good idea to get Carrie's opinion on the song that I'm doing for the Groove Interactive Talent Show. I want to get her opinions on it, and since I actually know the song, I memorize the song. That's that's helping me out so much in voice lessons. I feel it can help me out a lot, because I'm able to really go full out on it, versus usually when I'm in voice lessons, I'm not able to go full out on it, because I'm looking at a sheet. I'm looking at a sheet with the lyrics, because I don't have them memorized. Right, but I do really good all the time. I wouldn't say I ever done horrible in voice lessons. I get corrections, but I do really good. But also, it's smart thinking because if I don't get the scholarship, yes, that's gonna be kind of sad. But ultimately, it's not a big deal, and I can skip out on Allison this 1 week. Because I worked with Allison last week. So, first up, I worked with Allison last week. That's the first reason I'm choosing Carrie. Also, there's a chance that I might get the scholarship and be able to do both, which is incredible. Also, I don't know if this is a one-time thing with Carrie Larson, and if it is, I don't want to miss it. Also, the added thing, there's also the added thing, I have wanted to work with Carrie again. I love Allison. I love them both. But, I don't want to be done with Carrie. That was my thing. I never wanted to be done with Carrie. I wanted both of them. And, yeah, and if I don't get the scholarship, it's I can do Carrie this week. And if it's not a one-time thing, then this week I'll do, if it's not a one-time thing and I don't get the scholarship, then I'll do Carrie this week, and then I'll do Allison next week. It overall just makes the most sense to go with Carrie, because I might get the scholarship where I can do both. Also, I worked with Allison last week. Also, if it is a one-time thing, I don't want to miss it. And if it isn't, I can go back and forth. But, yeah. Also, I learned a lot from Carrie. I learned a lot from Allison, too. It's just a hard decision. So that happened. So my dad is signing me up for that. And that's cool. Also, I'm gonna kind of make this quicker because the tablet's gonna die. But anyways, this is gonna be fun. I'm really excited. It's going to be fun, and also part of me is hoping that this is a one-time thing, and part of me is hoping that I feel like I want this to be a one-time thing, but only because ultimately what I want is I want them both to do it. That's my thing. It's ultimately in my dream place, both of them would be teaching the same class. I would get, they would both switch back and forth. One thing, start off warm-ups with Allison, and then Carrie would do a few warm-ups and stuff. Or start off warm-ups with Carrie, and then Allison do a few things, and then both give us corrections and stuff. That's my dream. But that's not happening. And I kind of hope this is a one-time thing, because of the fact that, I can't pick between them. It's hard to pick between them. And, going back and forth, that's what I'm gonna do. That is the case. But part of me is gonna be sad that I'm missing out on the other one. And I really want the scholarship. I don't know if it's gonna happen. But I'm trying to think more positively. It might happen. It might actually happen. There's a chance I could get the scholarship. if I do, it would mean a lot to me. I'm trying, like, all of this, like, the Groove Interactive Talent Show is such a big deal to me. Even though it's a big deal to me for multiple reasons. First up, I never really done talent shows. I mean, I did, like, one, like, I did a few things at music class, and, like, a long time ago, I did one little thing at, like, this one place, but none of it's, like, labeled as an, oh, wait, I did one talent show at music class. But for the most part, I'm not used to doing talent shows too much. And also, I have a lot of family, or I have some family coming on and watching. And this is a big deal because even though they're family and they're excited, a part of me just wants to, like, put my best. Give them my best. Show them my best. And that's what I'm planning to do. But also, this is a big deal because this is the first time I'm singing and dancing at the same time, where people are actually going to see. And I know this is what I'm meant to do. I know this is a stepping stone for the future. Because one day I'm going to become a pop star. I'm going to have to get used to choreographing and routines and singing and dancing at the same time and entertaining. Like, I have to get used to this. This is practice for that. And overall, like, this is a big deal to me. But also the scholarship is a big deal. Because of the fact that the scholarship would mean a lot to me. Because it would mean I would get a lot of extra dance training for an entire month. But also, I would get it would mean a lot. I would get a ton of dance training and stuff, which is great for an entire month. / my parents wouldn't have to pay for voice lessons for an entire month. Like, they wouldn't have to pay for voice lessons for an entire month, which would be huge. I would get a ton of dance training for an entire month. And overall, like, it would just mean a lot to me because this is what I love. And I know this is what I'm meant to do. And I stepped out on a stage before where there were thousands of people in the audience once. And that was Squad Tour. And literally, I say this, stepping out on stage, the person that walked on and the person that walked off are two totally different people. Well, the me that walked on that stage loved this, and, like, I feel like I'm similar. Like, I love this, and I knew I wanted to be a pop star, and I knew that this is fun and what I want to do. But the me that stepped, as soon as I stepped on that stage, it all became real. It all, like, because I literally was stepping on the stage with the squad, which is something I, like, that's something that I dreamed of. But also on the stage with thousands of people in the audience. So that kind of showed me if I can and step out on stage and like I did and I was having fun, that's gonna really make me, like, doing that changed it. That's when it made it seem real. Because doing that and, like, I'm hearing, like, fans get all excited, even though they were excited over the squad. There was actually one person in the audience two people in the audience that I know for a fact were very excited over me being on the stage, which was obviously my dad, but also there was a person who was standing and kind of in our area, like, standing, like, near me and my dad, and she was excited. And because, like, throughout the entire show, she really tried to make it fun for me. And what I mean by that is, like, at one point, my dad and had caught, so let me explain this really quickly. My dad caught a shirt, but what happened was the shirt, or it was squad merch, or the butterfly shirt. Or what happened was when it fell, my dad and two other people had their hand on it, which was this one woman and then another person. And what happened was this one woman literally looked at my dad and let go and basically told him to give it to me. And then this other woman barely had her hand on it. She didn't really have her hand all the way on it. It was her fingertips were on it slightly. And so my dad got it because it was 2 against 1. 2 people wanted me to have it. Also, his hand was all the way on it. Hers wasn't. So yeah, but anyways, stepping out on stage, it became real and when I can actually do this. So I'm going to say peace out because I'm going to go eat. But getting this scholarship would mean everything. I would get to know for an entire month. My parents wouldn't have to pay for voice lessons. I would get to so much dance training and so much training for an entire month, and it would just be a dream come true. Because this is what I love, and I'm making this Groove Interactive Talent Show my starting point of showing the world this is me. Peace out.